What is good, Boom Bap Nation? 2026 is here. You've already hopefully seen my Recognize Ali album review. And this is for another project that was released on January 1st of 2026. So among one of the first albums released in 2026. This is a group that, or I should say, looks like a little bit of a duo, a couple solo artists getting together. First time that I remember hearing them. I wouldn't doubt if I've heard them on some other projects as featured. And this is an artist named Flizz and Knownaz Evil with Tritons. Really dope artwork. Really dope artwork. You can go to their Bandcamp page, or you can go to Knownaz Evil, which shows he's from Pawtucket, Rhode Island. You can go to their his Bandcamp page and get this project for $10. That's where I got it. They do have a CD for $15. The shipping, I believe, is a little heavy. But nonetheless, if you're able to do it, I'm sure they would appreciate it. Again, I think if I ever did album of the year as far as artwork, this would definitely be on there. The artwork is really superb. So Tritons, on an artist named Flizz and Knownaz Evil. Once again, released on January 1st of 2026. As far as I know, I wouldn't be surprised if I've heard them on other projects, but I don't recall if I have. However, I think there was an album I listened to not too long ago where at least I might have heard Knownaz Evil on the project. But once again, January 1st, 2026. This is a 11-track project, so let's get right into the track listing, and then I'll highlight a couple of my favorite tracks, and then, as usual, give it the overall listing. So, as far as production, it doesn't show. So, I don't know if you buy the CD, if it would show. I think if I trick on even if I, it does show. So, it looks like you got production from Chemistry, Charles Xavier, A2, The King 8th, Mike V, Johnny Slash, shout out to Johnny Slash, Jinx, Wolfman Productions, Knownaz Evil, and Wolfman Productions again, and then Mike V. So it does have that listed. Other than Johnny Slash, I don't recognize any of those producers, but again, I wouldn't be shocked if I listened to a project where they had some production in there. Once again, this comes in at 11 tracks, so let's go over the track listing, and then I'll mention my top tracks, and then give it the overall rating. So it starts off with Memories, Champagne and Bullets, Security, Pressure, 1999, 6 is Tritons, 7 is Can't Choose, 8 is Bodyguard, 9 is Shine, 10 is Not Sorry, and then the album ends on track 11 with They'll See Us. As far as my favorite tracks on the album, the first two that come to mind are back to back, and the beats are absolutely bonkers. I fucking love these tracks. I have 4 favorite tracks. These are my top 2. It's Security and Pressure. Just an absolutely dope back-to-back track, back-to-back tracks on that. That's track 3, track 4. Then I enjoyed Tritons, and then Not Sorry. So that rounds off the listing of the 4 tracks. This probably clocks in at right around 30 to 35 minutes or so. So a pretty good length for 11 tracks. Overall, I give this one 3 mics. I think it's a really dope project. I think the production is really dope. Like I said, I think it's a really dope project to get introduced to these guys too, because I'm not 100% sure. I think I probably heard Knownaz Evil on a track at some point. But I thought this is a solid project, a very dope one to start the 2026 season. Because of its length, it does have some replay value, and I have been replaying it. Now, whether that will keep up once a lot of these albums start to flow out here at the beginning and into the rest of the year, there are at least a handful of albums that I have to get into, and hopefully I can get into those and then do some reviews on those. But nonetheless, an artist named Flizz, Knownaz Evil, Tritons, came out on January 1st, 2026. 3 mics for that album. So as always, Boom Bap Nation, like, subscribe, hit me up, tell me about some projects. Let me know what you think about these projects. And stay tuned, alright? Peace.